The views, opinions, and information expressed during Youth Services podcast series are solely those of individuals involved. Any recommendations or advice during the podcast is general in nature and does not replace the need to seek professional advice. If you are in need of urgent assistance, please call 000 or the Kids Helpline on 1800 55 1800.
Welcome to our KC Youth Services podcast. I am Taryn and my pronouns are she, her.
And I'm Ellie and my pronouns are she and her.
And we are youth workers for the city of KC. Today we have the awesome Cara from our youth engagement team.
So welcome, Cara, to our podcast. Just to start us off, for the listeners, can you please tell us what your favourite either TV show, movie or podcast is at the moment?
Oh, wow. I think my favourite one would have to be Grayson Frankie. No one's going to know it. It's an old person show, but it is the longest lasting Netflix original. It's a really cool show.
I've watched it 4
times in a row.
Oh my gosh, how many seasons?
6 seasons.
It's super funny. I actually have seen the trailer for it and it's on my list to watch.
Oh, it's a cracker. I just love watching old people try and, do their business and have some fun. So it's really cool.
Love that.
Prepping yourself for the future?
That's right. Not long now.
Oh, you've got a while.
Cool. So for those who don't know who I am, my name is Cara Bell, as I was introduced. My pronouns are she and her, and my role at the City of KC is School Liaison Officer, which is going into primary schools and secondary schools and teaching personal development programs.
So awesome.
Thanks.
Perfect. So one of the reasons why we also have you on the podcast today, Cara, is not because we know that you run a lot of programs, but we just wanted to dive in a little bit more about the Pride Space program that you run. We just want to know a little bit more about it. How did it come about?
Yeah, so Pride Space is a fantastic program for young people who identify within the rainbow community. So whether they're gender diverse, sexual orientation diverse, it's a space where young people can come and be their authentic self, speak their authentic truth, and know that this is a space that is going to be safe for all participants. How it came about was lots of schools and teachers and young people, particularly in the Cranbourne area, expressed an interest that there was no safe space for young people who identified. So collecting all of that data, we wanted to really work out what the community wanted and how we could best go about it. So that was starting up a program once a fortnight on a Tuesday, and it is a really social connection-based program.
That sounds really good, and for you actually putting it out to the community about what they need and kind of acting on that. I guess that's what our roles are about. So that's really special to hear that you were able and have the capacity to do that.
Yeah, it was a really fun project to start with community consultation. But most of all, just we understand that our diverse young people need support and a safe space to, as I said before, be authentically themselves.
Yeah,
exactly.
And I think you'd be such an awesome facilitator in that space as well, and it's so important to have that as well.
Yeah, it's a cool space. It's really good because both of the workers, myself and Selena, we also identify within the community. So it's that lived experience as well. We understand some of those challenges that other people and other workers may not understand, and we've lived it. And so we have that experience that we can do some of that role modelling and, speak our authentic truth as well.
That's it. And experience is something that, can't be taught in a book. So that's really awesome. Another thing that we wanted to know, what does a session in Pride Space typically look like?
So it goes from on Tuesdays, every second Tuesday, so second and fourth Tuesday of each month. It is from 5:30 till 6:45. So our night really unfolds differently every single fortnight. The whole aim and goal of the night is for young people to have a safe space. So however we do that mostly is through games. There's a lot of board games, a lot of competition. We play Spot It, which seems to be our fortnightly game that we have to win. Yes,
I love that game.
Yeah. I think we get a little bit too involved, but it's funny when that game comes out, everybody knows that we stop what we're doing and we start to play. And that just gives us that, connection and a friendship and those sorts of things. So our goal is connection, friendship and authenticity. However we get there depends on the night, really.
Yep, and a little bit of healthy competition, it sounds like.
Oh, yeah.
Never goes astray.
That's it.
If you feel comfortable talking about this, Cara, we would just like to kind of let the listeners know, or just have a chat about what are some of the most identified issues affecting young people that attend the program, just so that young people know that if they are experiencing the same thing, this is a space for them.
I think that can be, it's a layered sort of, I wouldn't say issue, but like problem solving expedition, I like to call it. So they're really exploring everything. So whether they're questioning their gender or sexuality, however that is for them. So we're really wanting to explore every person at an individual basis. Some of the things we are seeing is the exploration of gender identity. Mm-hmm. What is really cool at the moment is we seem to be riding this wave of acceptance that there is a gender diversity out there. Instead of just being the binary sense of male, female, we're realising as a like collective society that there is more to the gender spectrum and gender identity than those two binaries. So we're really seeing an exploration and a questioning and a curiosity from our young people about how and what that looks like for them individually. So being able to explore that and that comes through multiple different ways. Self-expression, literature has been a big one. We have a lot of young people doing some writing and they're sharing what they've written and just logging their journey each fortnight by fortnight seems to be something that is really helpful in their journey of finding what this looks like and this world looks like to them.
So powerful.
Yeah, it's a bit of fun too. It can be. You don't really realise week to week how powerful it really is. But when you do sit back and have a conversation about it, you're like, oh yeah, that is actually really cool space to be in.
Yeah, definitely. Sounds like you guys are doing some awesome work and really giving young people a space where they feel comfortable and they have like a community of people that support them, and it's so important.
Yeah, it is. And I think we understand the complexities around what we've had in our history in the past as being the city of Casey, and really wanting to move forward with this open acceptance that we are a diverse community. And that's not just in the mainstream sense of the word, but also the diversity comes with gender, sexuality, and identities.
I love that. Moving on to our next question, what is one of the biggest highlights to come of this program for you as a facilitator?
I suppose I reflect on when I grew up in the city of Casey. I am a Cranbourne kid. Yeah. And when I was a Cranbourne kid, there was, very little outside to do except for holiday program, which unfortunately we weren't well off enough to do holiday programs. So it was a really I shouldn't say sheltered, but a sheltered sort of upbringing, and the opportunities that we seem to be giving our young people now with this safe space is allowing them to breathe a lot earlier in life, so that they can see that, hey, this is a very normal part of life and growing up, and deliberately exploring this instead of just accidentally realising, hey, hang on a second, I'm not attracted to the opposite sex, or I, don't bind to a binary male or female. So being able to give that opportunity and safe space a lot earlier on in a young person's life, I think for me is the highlight.
I really liked when you said it gives them an opportunity to breathe earlier in life, because I don't think you could put it any better way, because that's exactly what it is. It's giving them that opportunity to be who they want to be without holding all that stress, that heaviness on their shoulders, I guess. Mm-hmm. So that was, I really like that analogy.
Yeah, it is. We have so much complexities in the world already, so just moving ourselves away from that for just a moment to have some fun, connect. And so often, unfortunately, our young people in our rainbow community, they've got to, there's so many other complexities happening in their world. So being able to give them that space where they can joke about different things that outside of that space would be, questioned, or that wouldn't be understood correctly, or those sorts of things as well.
Yeah, definitely. And it's just so great to see that, we've got this space in Casey for young people, and they're not alone, and they feel that sense of community and togetherness, and are sort of banded around people that understand what not fully understand, but are going through similar things, and you can have those conversations together in that safe space. So that would be so rewarding as a facilitator.
Yeah, it is. And I think it, gives light to exactly what we do here at Youth Services. I think no matter the program, us as youth workers, and I've been in the youth team for a fair while now, is really our goal and our aim is to bring their authentic self, and however they do that, whether that be, through gender exploring, sexuality exploring, or just navigating the world of, growing up and bridging the gap from, adolescent to adulthood. I think as youth workers, we aim to give space for that growth.
Yes, definitely.
So using blue sky thinking, Cara, do you have any high hopes for the future of Pride Space?
Do you know that's a song? We have high hopes. Anyway.
You can sing if you want. This is
yes, I thought. No judgment here. I think for me, I've always got goals and ambitions to reach in all the areas of my work life career. I think for Pride Space, it is seeing it flourish and reach its true potential. Yeah. So really promoting what this program is, how beneficial it is for young people, and getting it, flourishing in lots of ways. So attracting more people that are in our rainbow community, so they feel that they're listened to and they're heard, and we can cater for them as well. And seeing us reach the wide spectrum, 10 to 25, I suppose, would be my ultimate goal, is that we've got programs that are able to service the whole of the youth that we service in our everyday life and other programs.
Is Pride Space age specific?
So we like to have a chat one-on-one to every individual. So we don't give out location until you give me a call on my mobile, and we're able to have a chat. And there's a lot of factors that go into coming into the program, and one of them is age and whether there is support from home. So we normally do say from that 12 to 13 around to 16, 17, age depending, is normally the age target bracket that we're looking at.
So if young people wanted to attend the program, how would they go about doing it?
Yeah, so you contact myself on my mobile number, which I can give you in a second, and then we'll just have a quick chat, check in, see how everything's going, how we can support you as well, I think is key. So we don't just want to support the young person while they're in our program for the 2 hours, but it is about supporting them every single day. So we have a lot of our young people that reach out to us during their week for support, whether that be just a text, a check-in, hey, we've set up an MS Teams group as well, so they're able to continually connect to us and feel supported.
That's so awesome that you provide that, ongoing support, because it is needed. Yeah, great work. Love your work and so excited to see what comes of Pride Space. I'm sure it will reach that potential that you're wanting it to reach.
Yeah, for sure. And it's just about time. And, I'm not going anywhere. And I love to set up things that are, facilitated in such a way that we're hearing our young people's voice and attending to the young people adequately. So doing that in a sustainable way is my approach to this program.
Exactly. And what I'll do, Cara, is I can pop all the information for Pride Space in the description below, and then also send them over to our Instagram and Facebook pages so that they're able to find your contact number and all the information about Pride Space.
Yeah, fantastic. That sounds great.
Well, that brings us to the end of the podcast. We cannot thank you enough for being a part of this episode, Cara. Anyone in the City of Casey area that is interested in Pride Space, as Ellie did mention, all the information will be in the description below.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and our social media accounts. Have a good day and be safe.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.